Welcome to the channel, The Prayer. Throughout our lives, we all hit crossroads, face challenges, and endure difficulties that can seem insurmountable. But there's a higher power at work in the world, a force that guides and protects us, and that's divine intervention. We believe that God walks with us every step of the way, and He can work wonders in our lives. When we open ourselves up to faith and trust in God, we witness how He moves in our lives in unexpected and transformative ways. Angels, God's servants, also play a vital role in our spiritual journey. They are God's messengers, bearing messages of hope, comfort, and guidance. The word angel comes from the Greek angelos, meaning messenger. Angels are an extension of divine grace, acting as intermediaries between heaven and earth, delivering God's messages to us. In times of uncertainty and distress, angels come to comfort us and remind us of God's loving presence in our lives. The message of angels is essential because it reminds us of God's constant presence. They reassure us that we're not alone in our struggles and challenges. They bring messages of love, hope, and encouragement, giving us the strength to face life's challenges. By listening to and accepting the messages of angels, we find inner peace, comfort, and the ability to overcome adversity. In this video, we'll explore the various ways God intervenes in our lives, the miracles and blessings He showers upon us, and the importance of faith and trust in God. Together, we'll delve into God's divine energy, which fills our homes with light and warmth, and see how this energy impacts our lives and well-being. We'll also explore the financial blessings God can bring, the season of blessings and miracles, the divine protection God offers us, and how God can restore our integrity and heal our wounds. So, we invite you to join us on this journey of discovery and inspiration. May we deepen our faith and trust in God together and open our hearts to receive the blessings and miracles He has in store for us. God intervenes in our lives in many ways, most notably through miracles and divine healings. Miracles are extraordinary events that can't be explained by science or human logic. These events are direct manifestations of God's grace and love for us. One of the most striking examples of divine miracles in the Bible is the healing of the man born blind by Jesus Christ. This man had been unable to see since birth, but Jesus, through His divine intervention, restored his sight, allowing him to see the world for the first time. Divine miracles aren't limited to the Bible, they happen in our everyday lives, both small and large. For example, many have experienced unexplained healing from severe illnesses after fervent prayers. Others have witnessed God's power at work in their lives through divine interventions in desperate situations, such as car accidents, where they emerged unscathed despite the odds. Faith and trust in God are essential to experience these miracles and healings in our lives. It's our faith that connects us with God and opens the channel for His grace to flow into our lives. The Bible teaches us that faith is the assurance of what we hope for and the evidence of things unseen. Hebrews 11, verse 1. By trusting in God and handing our troubles over to Him, we make room for Him to work wonders in our lives. As the Apostle Paul wrote in his letter to the Romans, everything that does not come from faith is sin, Romans 14, verse 23. Therefore, it's crucial to nurture our faith and trust in God so that we can fully experience His divine intervention. Throughout history, many have testified to the presence of God in their lives through miracles and divine healings. These testimonies serve as a reminder that God is always with us, ready to help and bless us in all situations. So, in times of challenge or difficulty, remember that God is always by your side, ready to intervene in your life in surprising ways. Nurture your faith, trust in God, and be open to receiving the blessings and miracles He has reserved for you. The divine energy of God, often referred to as God's warm and healing light, is a powerful force that flows through all living beings and the universe. It is an inexhaustible source of love, compassion, healing, and protection that radiates God's presence in our lives. This divine energy isn't just an abstract concept, but something tangible that we can feel and experience in remarkable ways. When we open ourselves to receive God's divine energy, we feel a warmth, a sense of peace and comfort that permeates our being. We can experience this energy during moments of deep prayer, meditation, worship, or even in times of silence and reflection. This divine energy can be perceived as a light that illuminates our mind, body, and spirit, bringing clarity, healing, and restoration. God's divine energy profoundly affects our lives and well-being. On a physical level, this energy can bring healing to our bodies, restoring health and balance. On an emotional level, the divine energy can bring peace and relief to our worries and anxieties. On a spiritual level, the divine energy connects us more deeply with the presence of God, strengthening our faith and trust in His divine will. The impact of God's divine energy in our lives knows no bounds. It can transform our environment, creating a sacred space for worship and prayer, where we feel God's immediate presence. It can bring healing and restoration to our relationships, ushering in forgiveness and reconciliation. It can even inspire us to act with love and compassion in our daily interactions, making us conduits of God's grace in the world. Receiving God's divine energy in our lives isn't complicated. All it takes is an open heart, ready to receive God's blessings. We can invite God's divine energy into our lives through prayer, meditation, and the mindful practice of God's presence. By doing so, we become vessels of God's grace, allowing His divine energy to flow through us, bringing healing, restoration, and transformation to our lives. So, we invite you to open your heart to God's divine energy. Let that warm, healing light flood your being, bringing healing, peace, and joy into your life. Experience God's presence in a new and transformative way, and see how God's divine energy can impact your life and well-being in surprising and blessed ways. God is a generous provider, able to bless our finances in incredible ways. Often, when we face financial challenges, we can feel overwhelmed and anxious. But by trusting in God and placing our faith in Him, we can experience unexpected financial blessings. These financial blessings can come in many forms, from a raise at work to the discovery of a financial resource we didn't know we had. Many Christians can attest to God's power in their finances, sharing stories of how they were able to pay bills, get out of debt, or even financially support others when it seemed impossible. Looking to the Bible, we see numerous examples of how God financially blessed His servants. One notable example is the story of Abraham. God promised Abraham that He would make him prosper and bless him with descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky. Through Abraham's faith and obedience, God fulfilled His promise, blessing him with wealth and numerous descendants. Besides trusting in God for our financial blessings, it's essential to have a grateful heart and be willing to receive more. The Bible teaches us to give thanks in all circumstances. 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 18. By thanking God for the blessings we receive, we acknowledge His providence and love for us. It's also important to be generous with others, sharing our financial blessings with those in need. Jesus said, "Give, and it will be given to you." Luke 6, verse 38. When we are generous, God promises to pour more blessings into our lives. In short, God is a generous provider who wishes to bless our finances. By trusting in Him, giving thanks for the blessings we receive, and being generous with others, we open ourselves to more financial blessings from God. So, in times of financial uncertainty, remember that God is by your side, ready to bless your finances in amazing ways. Have faith, trust in God, and be open to receiving the financial blessings He has in store for you. The season of blessings and miracles is an extraordinary time in our lives, where we experience God's abundant grace tangibly. During this season, we not only receive blessings in various areas of our lives, but also witness miracles that defy human understanding. The most incredible thing about this season is that it's not limited by our circumstances or past mistakes. Even in times of difficulty, challenges, or errors we've made, God's grace is still available to us. His mercy and unconditional love enable us to receive blessings and miracles regardless of our worthiness. Multiplication of our blessings is a hallmark of this season. It's not just about receiving one blessing, but seeing God's blessings multiply in our lives. Like the miracle of the multiplication of loaves and fishes, where Jesus fed a crowd with just 5 loaves and 2 fish, God can supernaturally multiply our blessings. To access this season of blessings and miracles, it's crucial to maintain our faith in God and trust in His love for us. In uncertain times, we should cling to His promise that He will care for us and meet our needs. The Bible tells us in Philippians 4, verse 19, "And my God will supply all your needs according to His riches in glory in Christ Jesus." During this season, it's essential to have a grateful heart, acknowledging the blessings and miracles God grants us. Gratitude opens us up to receive even more of God's love and allows us to share these blessings with others. By blessing others, we not only extend God's love, but also become instruments of His grace in the world. In summary, the season of blessings and miracles is an incredible time in our lives, where we experience God's abundant grace. No matter our circumstances or past mistakes, God is ready to bless us and perform miracles in our lives. Keep the faith, trust in God's love, and be ready to receive and share the blessings and miracles He has in store for you. Divine protection is one of the most powerful ways God manifests in our lives. When we face dangers, adversities, or challenging circumstances, we can trust that God is with us, taking care of us and protecting us. One of the most awe-inspiring forms of divine protection is the presence of angels sent by God to guard us. Angels are heavenly messengers who play a key role in protecting and guiding God's children. The Bible is filled with stories of angels appearing to help, protect, and guide people in times of need. From the angel who protected Daniel in the lion's den to the angel who freed Peter from prison, angels are instruments of divine protection in our lives. However, we don't always recognize the presence of angels in our lives. Often, divine protection comes in subtle and discreet ways, which we might not notice right away. It could be an inexplicable feeling of peace amid a tumultuous situation, a last-minute obstacle avoided, or even a sense that we're not alone in our struggles. Trusting in God and asking for His help is essential for accessing divine protection. The Bible tells us in Psalms 91, verse 11, "For He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." When we pray and ask God for protection, He hears our prayers and sends His angels to watch over us. Divine protection is a precious gift from God to us. Amid a world full of uncertainties and challenges, we can rest knowing that God is with us, taking care of us, and sending His angels to protect us. Trusting in God, seeking His presence, and asking for His help are fundamental steps to experiencing divine protection in our lives. So, in moments of fear or uncertainty, remember that God is by your side, ready to protect and care for you with His endless love. Restoration and divine healing are precious gifts that God offers to all of us. In a world full of struggles and challenges, we all face moments of brokenness, wounds, and suffering. Whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, these wounds can leave us feeling incomplete and vulnerable. However, God, in His infinite mercy and love, is always ready to restore and heal us. God is the supreme physician, capable of healing all our wounds and restoring our wholeness. Whether it's physical pain, a broken heart, deep loss, or spiritual emptiness, God has the power to restore our health, our heart, our joy, and our connection to Him. His loving hands touch the deepest areas of our soul, bringing restoration and healing where we need it most. Asking for God's help in times of suffering is an essential step to experiencing restoration and divine healing. God invites us to come to Him with our burdens, our pain, and our needs. In Matthew 11 verse 28, Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." By crying out to God and sharing our struggles with Him, we open our hearts to receive His restoration and healing. Divine healing is not just momentary relief from our pain, but a profound transformation of our soul. God not only alleviates our pain, but also gives us strength, peace, and hope to face life's struggles with renewed confidence and faith. Divine restoration not only mends our wounds, but also makes us more complete, strengthened, and ready to continue our journey with God's grace and protection. In summary, restoration and divine healing are powerful gifts that God offers to all of us. In our moments of suffering, pain, and brokenness, we can trust that God is by our side, ready to restore and heal us. By asking for His help and opening our hearts to His love, we experience the profound transformation and peace that only divine restoration and healing can bring. Therefore, amid life's struggles, remember that God is always ready to restore your wholeness and heal your wounds with His infinite love. Throughout this video, we've explored the many ways in which God intervenes in our lives, bringing blessings, protection, and healing. We've seen how God's presence is tangible in moments of miracles and divine healing, and how He can bless our finances in unexpected ways. We've also reflected on the divine energy of God, a warm and healing light that fills our homes and transforms our lives. We've talked about the season of blessings and miracles, a time when God's blessings are multiplied, and we're not limited by our circumstances or past failures. We've also highlighted the divine protection God offers us, sending His angels to guard and protect us. Finally, we've discussed restoration and divine healing, a powerful gift from God that helps us face life's struggles with renewed strength, peace, and hope. Throughout this video, the central message remains clear. God is always present in our lives, ready to bless, protect, and heal us. In every moment, whether in times of joy or times of struggle, we can trust that God is by our side, caring for us with His infinite love. So, I encourage you to keep the faith and trust in God, even in the most challenging moments. Remember that God is always present, ready to intervene in your life in incredible ways. Ask for God's help, share your struggles with Him, and open your heart to receive His blessings, protection, and healing. I invite you to click on this video that is appearing on the screen now. You'll enjoy it. Experience the profound transformation and peace that only the presence of God can bring to your life. God bless.